It's time for Carole and Carmella on The Buzz. One Voice Radio.
Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to the Buzz Talk Show. I'm your girl, Carmella.
And I am your girl, Carole.
What's up, you guys?
What's going on?
Guess what?
What?
You're tuning in to what?
One Voice Radio.
.com. And we're twinning on
YouTube. Hey, hey.
What it do?
We gonna make it do what it do.
Each and every Wednesday.
Same time, same place.
Right here on One Voice Radio.
Yeah.
Oh, we excited.
We real excited today, y'all. If y'all can't tell, we real excited today.
So I'm gonna give it to you.
Yep.
You ready?
I'm ready.
It's Wednesday.
Hey.
It's Wednesday.
Hey.
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 Hey, hey, hey,
Hey,
hey.
hey.
Where the party at?
Right here, right here.
Where the party at?
Right here, right here.
'Cause this is how we do it.
On Wednesday. Yeah. Those that's listening to us on the radio. We got a treat for y'all that's on YouTube. Let's see what's about to happen. We told you last week we had a treat for you to make sure that you were here. We didn't tell you what it was though, but now you know. If you know,
Well, guess
No.
what? The ones on One Voice Radio, they don't know.
they don't know
So
yet.
that means you need to go to YouTube so you can see.
Yes. We're about to tell y'all in a few though. You gotta hold your horses on up. Cause Carmella, give the people what they want.
Of course, because those that know,
They know.
they know. They can listen to the sound of our voice on what?
One Voice Radio.
.com. That's the web, but download the app.
Mhm.
It's accessible to you on your Apple Store, Play Store, whatever. Just download it so you can
Store.
right. So you can catch the sound of our voice each and every Wednesday right here. As well as Mr. Sam Orm himself. The gentleman that wrote both these books, you can cop those on Amazon, but catch the sound of his voice on Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We need y'all to copy. Dive right on in.
Y'all said it. Yes.
Right. As well, we want you to see us, what I was telling you earlier. YouTube, that is the Buzz Talk Show with Carole and Carmella. We do all of this so y'all can see us.
Hey.
Yes. So subscribe so you'll get that notification each and every time something new is loaded. You'll be the first to see it.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll get that notification. TikTok.
We don't stop. Hey.
Yes. Find us on TikTok while they still ticking and talking. We like to have a good time with our TikTok family over there. Also, Facebook. We have a like page you like. You get those notifications, different quotes and so forth that's heard on the show. You can cop that. Videos, whatever it may be posted, you'll be notified. As well as our group. The group, they buzzing, y'all.
Yes.
They buzzing. So continue buzzing those that's already in there. Those that don't know nothing about it. You have an upcoming event, you sell, you do services, whatever it may be that you do as your side gig, your plan B, C, D, E, that plan we talk about. Drop it in that group. We want you guys to promote your business. We always say the views outdo the likes.
Absolutely.
So the people are seeing it. Even though they may not be liking it, it's okay. You out there just networking, letting people know what you do. As well as Instagram. You can find us over there. That is the Buzz Talk Show. Any questions, concerns about anything that I said, you can email us. That's the Buzz Talk 411@gmail.com.
Drop the mic. And my question would be, how was your
Weekend.
yes? How was you all's weekend? We're not gonna say this week that you had a 3-day weekend because you did.
You did not.
Sorry, not this week. We got to grind for them 5 days. We got to grind. But as always, we work, play, slay, do all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
T.O. played this weekend. Well, let me say Pike Road played. Won again. Alabama played this weekend. Won again. Yeah, I was a little concerned by Tennessee. I was till the game started.
Like, see,
Like, oops, all the hype. Alabama is being Alabama, doing what they do. So good, so good. Yeah, yeah. I had to walk away a couple times because I'm like, now y'all not finna let them come back. We're a little too far up. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. So, we did our normal thing with that work. Some people was out there doing their thing as always, out there just promoting videos and doing, yeah, just- yeah, yeah. So we had a pretty good weekend. Had a pretty good weekend. We're not gonna linger with it. We're not gonna tear with it. Today is October the what? 22nd, y'all.
wow.
It's October the 22nd. For those of you that see us, we still keeping with what we said. We are in this pink. We're wearing this pink throughout the month of October for breast cancer awareness. That was one of the events we was at this weekend when we was out with a friend of ours celebrating her 1 year anniversary cancer free. Congrats, congrats, congrats.
Yes, congrats. And as well, this weekend we are stepping again. We pinking out.
Yes.
So if you're in the surrounding cities, come join me. Check the page. You'll see the location and so forth. 9 a.m.
We should be
Stepping.
Carmella dancing with the buzz. We'll be
Yeah.
stepping again this weekend. Y'all, all of that's good. But we told you last week as well that we had a treat for you this past weekend. And we did not, y'all,
No tricks.
y'all, it
Just
was a
treats.
treat. When I tell you, Mississippi, Cleveland, Ohio, Montgomery, Alabama, Texas, Savannah, Georgia. Yeah, we put on for the city.
Oh, not the
We
song.
put on for the city.
I put on for my city.
On for my city. We put on for the cities, y'all. We put on so good that guess what? I can't hold it no longer. I just can't hold it no longer. For those of you listening to us on the radio, we talk about this gentleman every single week. Every week. Just like we talk about one voice. Just like we try to motivate you and encourage you. We talk about him because he is him. This is his radio station that we are on every single week. And we tell you, without him and without you all, there will be no buzz.
Absolutely.
There will be no buzz because you all tune in, listen to us every single week. We appreciate you all. And then, of course, we're listening to you on onevoiceradio.com.
Yeah.
Carmella talks about these books every week. We tell you the mindset of a champion to get the book. We talk to you about the Black Seed Oil book to get the book and the information. But you know what? We talk to you about the deep dive podcast that he does every week. We talk to you about the mentorship and all of that good stuff. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over. We have had him here before, but you know what? Every time it gets better and better. As we like to say that we know is not the proper way, it gets gooder and gooder. So we have the pleasure and the privilege to introduce to some and present to others none other than the CEO, founder, mentor, and Lord, I can go on with Lord, I can go on with so many other titles that he has because he has multiple businesses. He's doing mentorship. He's doing all kind of stuff, you all. We tell you to go to samoram.com just to see what all he's doing. But today, October the 22nd, we have him just for a little time, not a long time, because he has other stuff to do. But we got the privilege of having him on the buzz. So, ladies and gentlemen, help me bring to the forefront of this Zoom, this presentation, this talk show, this podcast, whatever you want to call us. We'll be all of that today. The buzz has the pleasure of introducing Mr. Sam Oral.
All right. I don't know what to do after that introduction. I don't know what to do after that introduction. Y'all ladies are a trip. How you do that? Is that
Yeah.
it?
It's a heart.
Oh no, that's kind of like binoculars.
I didn't know what y'all make.
That's a heart, yeah.
Heart.
Oh,
Right
a
on.
heart. Okay, all right. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate the heart, the love, the introduction. I appreciate what you ladies are doing. So I'm excited to be back on the buzz one more again, as they say.
Yeah, clap and snap.
Yes,
We are
ma'am.
excited to have you back on the buzz again.
I
As
am
I said,
excited.
we talk about you every single week. We promote your books every single week. So we just gonna talk about a couple of things that you're doing. This, if you want to start off, we can start off by this past weekend. I mean, that was an absolutely mind-blowing event that you promoted, that you created, that you thought of as you so magnificent do. And all of these cities coming together doing what we do so diligently.
Yeah, it's interesting. I hear you ladies every week and you're talking about, and I appreciate it. You're talking about the books and a lot of things that we're doing, and you talk about One Voice Worldwide as a company. You have an opportunity to just kind of share what we're doing. But here's the thing. Here's why this past weekend was so important. It's not so much about Sam Oram. It's not so much about One Voice. It's giving people an opportunity to change their lives. And you ladies talk about this every week, the things that you need to do to change your life. Some people are just going through life. They may not be satisfied with their job. They may not have enough time to do the things they want to do. They may not have enough money to do the things that they want to do. And every week you offer them an opportunity to, hey, say, look, take a look at this. It may be for you, it may not be. Well, this past weekend was exactly that. It was a group of people, like you mentioned, like you ladies mentioned, all over the country, several cities over the country. And we just talked about empowerment. We had some fun. We talked about just changing your lives. What should your future look like? We all know what's going on politically. We all know what's going on economically, what's going on financially. There's a lot of unease for a lot of people. Government shutdowns and things of that nature. It's just a lot of people are uneasy with what's going on. Well, we've taken the approach not to complain about it, not to just sit around and do nothing, but figure out how can we avoid a lot of the pitfalls of things that's going on. So that's what the weekend was about. We met some wonderful people in these cities. I've heard some wonderful stories in the cities that I wasn't in. I was actually in Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to Cleveland. We had a great, great time. It was just marvelous. So I appreciate you ladies setting the tone for what we're doing each and every week, letting people know that there is a way out. They don't have to suffer through what they're suffering through. Just open your mindset. Take a look at something. If it's for you, great. And we'll help you every single way that we possibly can. So thank you, ladies, for that every week.
Absolutely, absolutely. We do it every week. We will continue to do it every week. And the thing about it is you make it so simple. So even if the people could not come to one of those local cities that we did it in, then you made sure on last night that we did a mega presentation that will just, for the people that's at home that maybe not, was in those areas, but were able to sit in front of the Zoom presentation and just take a look at again the information. It's free of charge to look and decide if it's something for you or not. So you're always creating ways for people to just to get the information.
See?
Absolutely. And you have been around Carmela a little too.
See?
A
Well,
little
hey.
too. I
Hey,
had to
y'all tell
shake
you,
that
y'all
up.
do a great job. I be checking you out. So I pick up a tidbit here or there and I have to use it. So see.
Oh my, oh my goodness. You are not only is he, the business brilliant person he is, but he's a comedian as well. That's
Absolutely.
maybe what he's doing. It's a good
You know
time.
what's
Absolutely.
you know what's funny about that? In Cleveland this past weekend, I'm on stage and I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm a little bitty mini Carmella, and I'm just up there saying my stuff, and I'm like, people. I'm thinking people funny, and there was actually a comedian, a professional comedian in the office. I'm sorry, in the audience, and he was like, "You're not funny." He's like,
Oh
"You're not
wow.
funny." So I
Oh
learned
wow.
my lesson to not to just kind of stay in my lane. He actually had a performance later that night, at one of the cities. I think it was in Akron, Ohio. He had a performance. He's doing a great job in terms of his comedic talents. But yeah, I try to be funny, but I'm really not for real, for real.
Well, hey, it's all about having fun
Right.
anyway.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
long as you making the coins,
That's
Funny
true.
comes second nature. So we won't even worry about that part.
I did
Absolutely.
tell him though, and I talked when I talked to him after, and I talked to some people, from just from the stage, just kind of getting to know everybody, and the reputation that you ladies have. I don't think you know how far your reach goes. There are people, even in Cleveland, who were talking about, the buzz. They call out the buzz ladies. Where they get that from, I don't know, but the buzz ladies, and then they were asking about the dancing, and I'm like, well, all I know is like they do dance classes and boots on the ground, and what is RDP?
RDS,
RDS,
real deal stuff.
real deal
Real
step.
deal steppers. That's right. And so I was just sharing that with them. But you know what? They really were impressed with what you was doing. But it was more so like you ladies give them an opportunity just to kind of get away from life for a few minutes. In terms of the stresses of life, in terms of all of these things that's going on. And so when you have your talk show, your podcast, when you're engaging with people, you give them that time to just kind of breathe, just kind of laugh. You guys don't. I noticed this about the buzz, that you don't get into any deep stuff, politics, or anything that's gonna get people stressed out. It's all about having fun. And your dance classes, they're no different. It's about just having fun, working out, getting your cardio up. So you're doing a great job. I mean, we kid a lot about it, but you're well respected, well known. People all in Ohio like, okay, I know about the Buzz ladies. So congratulations to you ladies.
Well, kudos to that. Good
Yes.
thing. Good,
Yes.
good, good. We're glad about that. Because we again, like we say, it's not a lot of people that we run to, but be like, oh, we know you or we saw you or whatever. And I say all the time, you never know who sees you or what's going on. So you always have to be at your best, and we talk about this dancing and stuff that we're doing, but at the end of the day, like we said, it's a business.
Right.
It's a business. It's a business that we enjoy, but it's a business. And hey, so we tell you multiple streams of income. And we learned that from the best, and that would be you.
Yes. So
Well, I
I
sure
feel like it was a
appreciate it.
niche needed. So, people was asking when you gonna do classes. I see you like to dance, when you gonna start classes. So that's where that came about. And I'm sure with the need of health insurance, pet insurance, dental, vision, it's a need. So you put
Yeah,
that in place for people that need. So we
yeah.
trying to play catch up with you.
I know, right? So, we just following suit,
Well,
mentoring.
we all in it together. Everybody has their job, so to speak. And when I say that, because I hear you ladies all the time. You're talking about football. We talk about Alabama football. Roll Tide. And
Okay.
Okay.
by the way, I was in Ohio. Y'all know that's Ohio State territory. They number one. They rank number one in the country right now. And I was for the first time. I'm outnumbered. I'm like
Mhm.
everybody was in there yelling Ohio Ohio and all this kind of chants they got. But I held my ground. I held it down for the Tide.
Okay.
So
Okay.
but one of the things that a lot of times people ask why I'll talk about myself, so passionate about the Alabama football. But for me, a lot of it was from Nick Saban. It wasn't so much the Alabama football as it was Nick Saban. And what do I mean? Because I learned so many principles of leadership, so many principles of mentorship and all the things we talk about. And not just him, it was other coaches like Rick Pitino from Kentucky, but I learned a lot of that stuff. And so why do I say that? I say one of the things that he always talk about is have every single player and every single unit, whether it's offense, defense, special team, just do your job, right? Just do your job.
Right.
So when we're talking about what you ladies are contributing through the buzz, through your talk show, through your dancing, and then what I may contribute from whatever it is that I'm doing, and other people that are part of our network, we're all just doing our jobs. But when you put
Right.
all of that together, this is the magic of what we do in terms of empowering people through laughter, empowering
Right.
people through education,
Mhm.
empowering people. Just sometimes they just need an attaboy, just something just to lift them up. And
Right.
every Wednesday, you ladies do that perfectly. So again, I'm proud of what you're doing, but it all works hand in glove. And we just got to do what we got to do.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We appreciate that. Like we tell our listeners every week, we wouldn't be here without them. So even though we're here doing our silly thing, and like you said, we don't get too political, or go too deep and, like we said, negative and all that. We don't want to do that. But some things we have to open their eyes to, like we talk about the government is still shut down right now. Let's talk
Hmm.
about that plan B, what you need to do um to make it, to survive. And there's so many people around here. It's just a lot going on that we share with you to try to just help you out, just try to help you out, make it a little bit easier with what's going on, because so many people are laid off right now with the government, and so many are not going to get their jobs back. It has been said this was
Or
the
the
opportunity.
payback.
Yeah, the payback or the jobs back. So, we don't go, like you said, into a whole lot of negative stuff, because we like to keep it upbeat. We like to keep it laughter. We talk about fun things and all that kind of
Hmm.
current events and stuff. But we're going to make sure every single week we're talking about One Voice. Every single week we're talking about your mentoring and what can be done, which leads me to that, which leads
Okay.
me to the talk about your mentoring and what you're doing to change so many people's lives. So if you could just tell us about that. We tell them every week, go to samwarden.com if you're looking for mentoring. We tell them, like we said, about the book, the mindset of a champion, because a lot of people need that. They don't even know right now that they need it, but a lot of people need it. And we've had people to tell us they bought the book and it has helped them out, period. Emails that we've got from people we do not even know. So we encourage you every single week, not just saying, "Oh, you need to get the book," but yeah, you need to get the book.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I appreciate that. And, when people ask, and everybody, this is something for everybody. Everybody is born to do something, right? And everybody, one of my mentors, he's passed on. His name is Dr. Miles Monroe. He always talks about your purpose. And everybody has to have a purpose in life. Otherwise, you're just kind of going through life and just, not really doing anything, advancing or anything like that. And when I talk to people, I try to encourage people to find out what's your purpose. Why are you here? Why did God give you that gift of life? And what are you doing with that gift that God gave you? A lot of
Right.
people aren't doing anything, but I recognized early on that my purpose is just the empowerment of people. I love helping people. I love empowering people. I love pouring into people. And you mentioned the coaching. I've expanded it. Actually, some of you know that a part of the Buzz listening audience that I'm actually an executive life coach. And what I've been doing over the past couple of several years is mentoring and just sharing strategic plans with athletes, entertainers, people that quote unquote have already done some successful things, but want to kind of take their businesses or their lives to another level. But having seen so many things that's going on around the country, around the world, and again, I'm cognizant of the fact that you ladies have a international audience. So it's not just about here in America, it's about people that are suffering around the world. I decided to kind of expand my mentoring program into four different categories. One is mentoring, but another is coaching. Those are two different things, by the way. And I'll share the specifics on that in a workshop that I'm going to tell you about. But so I'm doing coaching, mentoring, personal development, and business development. All of those are four separate entities. They have their own life, their own things, their own plans. And so this upcoming Saturday, October the 25th, at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm actually going to do a free, that's that word, free workshop. And I'm going to talk about these principles of what it's going to take to empower yourself, what it's going to take to become a better, mother, father, sister, brother, friend, how to build your business, how to personally to develop yourself, all of these things. And keep in mind, it's not like I'm kind of any kind of genius or smart person. I studied a lot. I study a lot of people. Even the book that the ladies talk about every week, The Mindset of a Champion, it is just a combination of people who have already succeeded in life, the Oprah Winfrey's of the world, or people in the past, the Gandhis of the world, the Muhammad Ali's of the world, Tyler Perry's. I just wanted to find out how people think, right? And what is that common denominator in terms of successful people? What is the thing that make people successful? And it's those people who are passionate about their purpose. But then there's so many people don't even know how to recognize or identify their purpose. So this workshop is going to be designed to just kind of provoke some thought. We're going to have some fun. give you some things that I think is going to help you in terms of identifying your purpose. And who knows, it can transform your life. I know it has transformed a lot of people's lives. I take pride in the fact that I'm known for having created over 1,000 millionaires. And that's something that I take pride in because, if my purpose in life is the empowering of people, and if I can help them get money as an issue out of the way, if I can help them at some degree have fun in their lives, like this platform with the buzz, if I can help them just, know the things that they need to know in order to be successful, then I'm doing my job, not just as an executive life coach, but also fulfilling my purpose of empowerment, if that makes sense.
It absolutely, absolutely makes sense. So let me get that straight. Number one, Saturday, October the 25th,
Hmm.
2 o'clock, free.
Free,
Was that
free,
Free 99.
free
let's say that
99,
again. Free. That you
free
all that you
99.
all hear us. Free. And so we said coaching, mentoring, business, and personal
That's right. Business
development.
development and personal development. That's right.
Development.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, as I said, we talk about this gentleman every single week. But we just kind of give you tidbits of what's going on. You got something free that you can sit at home, take a look at for free.
Yeah.
Because
It's
these, but
what's
go ahead.
interesting is I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You know, there are people out there who actually they're seeking help. They're
Hmm.
seeking guidance. They're seeking coaching and mentoring. Ironically, in the same meeting that I did in Cleveland, there was a pastor there from some part of Ohio. He was in attendance. Pretty good following. I mean, he's already successful. He was in the. I didn't know who he was. He was in the audience, and after, he just started giving me all of this praise and all of this stuff, and I'm like, I'm so weak.
My God.
Just,
No.
I'm so weak. But I appreciate it. But here's the thing. He said that, look, I heard about your coaching on the 25th, and I want to be one of your first clients, in terms of mentor me, show me what I need to do with my business. Mind you, this guy's already successful. But I was honored the fact that he wanted me to continue to take his business and his life from wherever it is now to that next level. Now, let me share something with you. It's this is not just for executives or people who are doing these type things. It doesn't matter where you are in your journey.
Mhm.
My purpose, my goal is to show you a process or a strategic plan from where you are to where you want to be. You could be
Right.
just fresh out of high school, fresh out of
Right.
college. It doesn't matter. Everybody's path and timing may be different. But what we need to do is take some time and look at where you are and say, okay, based on where you are, what's your 1 year, 3 year, 5 year plan? And then we start to map that out so that you can realize those dreams over the next 1 year, 3 year, 5 years. And then we reevaluate along the way, see how you're going. We have accountability sessions and things of that nature. And, this formula has, like I said, I've been blessed to create over 1,000 millionaires, and this is the same formula. And like I said, it's not like it's anything rocket science. It's just putting it together in a systematic manner so people can understand it and meeting them where they are. I'm not trying to
Right.
talk to somebody that's just getting out of high school or just getting out of college about how to run a Fortune 500 company. No, there's a
Right.
progression you have to take.
Right.
So we have to meet people where they are.
Right.
Yes.
And the fact that you know that and you realize that, as you said, from studying and learning yourself, and the fact that you talked about like this preacher, iron sharpens iron. So if basically you're saying this man is, he's already has it going on basically, but he
Hmm.
wants more. And
That's
for
right.
some reason, those are the people who normally, generally gravitate toward that way. But your average people, as you said, when we're talking about the 25th, you could be a waitress, you could be, like he said, a college student, whatever the case may be, Fortune 500 company, you want to be on there on the 25th because at the end of the day, it's tailored for you when he gets to that point of what he needs to do. So yeah, you're not going to take a waitress to where you would take a Fortune 500 company just like that. So,
Right.
it's levels to this thing. But
That's
it's
right.
one thing that I saw on Facebook the other day, just kind of gave me a different mindset. Actually shared it for those of you who follow or whatever. It was something, we normally talk about girlfriends, your girlfriends this and your girlfriends that. Well, I'm not interested in my girlfriends right now. I'm interested in my goal friends. And I don't mean GOLD, GOAL. What's your goal? I need some goal friends. And
That's
that was
right.
something that I saw on Facebook that I had to share because you know what? They say birds of a feather flock together. I want goal friends, GOAL friends. What's your goal? What are you trying to do in life? And one of the things that you would want to be trying to do is, if you don't know, you need to be in this mentoring or this coaching.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You need to be there. You need to find out if it's your business or your individual, whatever the case may be. You want to be there. Again, it's free. We tell you all the time. It does not hurt to get the information and decide if you want to move forward with it or not. This is the person that's telling you he's there to break it down for you, from A to Z on your level, whatever level you is, he'll let you know what level you need to start with, what you need to do. That's what his job is, to coach
Mm,
you and to teach you.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I spent a lot of time, a lot of money over the years invested in myself so I can get better and understand things. And what I'm doing is just taking those teachings and pouring it into other people. I remember some of you may be familiar with Anthony Robbins, Tony Robbins. And I
Mhm.
went to, he had something called a Mastery University. It was about, I want to say it's about a 3 or 4 day type deal. And we were there. It was all about just kind of starting out, finding out where we were when we started out, and then acknowledging where we were just a few days later. And this university, it was $27,000 just for those few days. But
Wow.
they would, he would share. They would have master people in the health industry. They would believe you or not, they would like draw our blood when we come there, right? And they would do an analysis of the blood samples that they would draw. And this is everybody who wanted to participate. But then during that time frame, might have been 7 days, but during that time frame, they would make sure that we eat a certain way. We would eat, as they call it, eat clean, where it needed a lot of sweets, where it needed a lot of greasy foods and things of that nature. We would exercise, we were doing so they had some physical things that we were doing during that time period. Then at the end, they would draw the blood again and show us the difference. Just in a short period of time, just by taking a few days to eat clean, just by taking a few days to, to lay off some of the heavier foods or the greasy foods or the things of that nature, just a few little calisthenics or exercises, just a little walking. So it just takes a little bit. They had a guy, he was a general in the I think it was the United States Army, General Norman Schwarzkopf. He was the 5 star, 7 star general, big time up there. He would teach us about leadership. And so we would get into the trenches and we would learn what it takes to be a leader. Now, why am I sharing that with you? Not because of anything other than I've already invested the time, I've already invested the money. I've already
Mhm.
gone through all the skill challenges. I learned this stuff, and now it's my time to just share this with other people. And for you to just get a bunch of this at the workshop for at no cost, simply because it's all about empowering people. Now, there may be levels beyond that, but this workshop, hey, it's free. Come one, come on. Bring some people. Bring some people. Some people
Absolutely.
that need some
Absolutely.
some enhancements in their lives, then bring them as well. It's free.
As we tell you, don't be selfish. Share it.
Yeah. Share it.
Share it. And
Share it.
he's not, when I tell you someone who's not going to, they're not going to toot their own horn very often. They're not even going to put a title literally before their name. I'll be like, he puts stuff on there. He's like, I'm Sam Orem, not Lord Dr. Sam Orem and all this kind of stuff. Not the person who went to FAMU to become and study to become a neurosurgeon. Not the person that, as he said, has made over 1,000 millionaires, billionaires, whatever the case may be. Not the person that has over 11 businesses they have, not the person that owns this radio station that you're listening to. So, do you possibly think, and I can go on and on and on, not the person that sits on the board with Dr. Cindy Trim. Again, like I said, I can go on and on and on. Do you think this is someone, as he said, who has studied and knows his information and is ready to teach and coach it?
Mm.
Absolutely. This is not somebody that's just saying, "Oh, I woke up and did like me and went to YouTube University." No, no, this no. As he said, he has poured himself into the training, into the knowledge, into the wisdom to be able to teach it and to coach you. So, as he said, the 25th this weekend, you all, you don't want to just be there. You want to invite some more go friends to be on there with you. Invite some more people. Don't, I mean, there's so many people hear about things and be like, oh, I don't want to tell this person because I don't want them to have this, and that. Don't be selfish. It's
Right.
enough to go around. There's too many people hurting right now in this economy and what's going on worldwide, as he said, not just in the US, worldwide. It's so much stuff going on. You want to share it. Let people know this is free. And then they decide where they want to go from that point. Because I promise you, when they listen to what he has to say, you're gonna be on tiptoe anticipation. You're not gonna want it to end there. You're gonna want to build yourself up because don't fool yourself. The first of the year is coming up, 2026. When y'all start off with these New Year's resolutions, you're fooling yourself. Some of y'all did them in 2025 at the beginning, ain't did nothing.
Mm.
You
Not
know
even
what?
the first.
I didn't want to interrupt you on that, Carol, but that's a good point. The name of the workshop is called Dream Big, Act Bold. That's the
Mm,
name of the workshop. Dream Big, Act Bold. And by the way, for y'all English teachers, email me. I know it's supposed to be boldly,
mm.
but I'm doing it for a reason, and I've gotten that name trademarked, and it's a corporation now, so it is Dream Big, Act Bold.
Excuse us and dream
Right.
big, act bold.
Akbo, right. But so
Mm,
here's the irony of it. If and you ladies may recall, in January, I did a seminar called Dream Big, Act Bold.
mhm.
And I shared with everybody what we should be doing in 2025, how we can, identify our purpose and all the things that I just shared with you. And I just didn't talk about it. I wanted to be about it. When I listened to some of the things that I said that I was sharing with other people, and I started putting things into motion. And the more I thought about it, the more I, studied some things, and I'm like, you know what? This is a concept that people need to take bold action toward their goals. So I took that seminar that I did and I started to act upon it myself. So here we are, 10 months later, a couple of more months before the end of the year. Not only did I take that session, I've created a corporation. It is a legal corporation now. It's legally trademarked. It is now part of the coaching session. I did what I talked about, but I did it for myself. Why? Because I needed to do that. And soon you ladies are going to have a third book to talk about because I'm already writing the Dream Big, Act Bold book. You heard it
Oh,
first
Y'all
here
heard,
on the buzz.
well, I was gonna say, y'all heard it first here on the buzz, y'all.
Yeah.
When we say buzzing, we be buzzing.
Yep,
We
be
literally
buzzing.
be.
Y'all heard
Mm,
it first here on the buzz. So I'm working on that now. It may be out even before the end of this year. So yeah, so to what Carol is saying, you know, when you set these resolutions, when you set these goals, you got to go after them. It's not just to say something. In fact, for
mm,
me personally, I don't even make New Year's resolutions because I
right.
resolve to do what I'm going to do every single day. I'm going to do it
Yes.
every single day. If
Yes.
I want to do it, I'm going to do it. We think a little bit differently. Carmela, Carol, myself, we think a little bit differently than the masses. And what do I mean? Like Carol, Carmela, they talk about all the time. They give gifts. It don't have to be a holiday. It don't have to be Christmas. It don't have to be this. They give gifts. They share with people. They make people laugh. They doing all of these things because every day is tomorrow's not promised. So we have
Amen.
to maximize. Carmela said this a couple of weeks ago. We have to maximize each and every day. We got to have fun each and every day. And I'm probably getting too much, and I'm gonna be quiet because I have a tendency to go on and on. But I was telling Carmela a little while back, I'm like, look, you burning the candle at both ends. You got the dance classes, you got this, you got the buzz, you got all your businesses, C&D, you got all of this stuff. I'm like, you need to slow down before you burn out. She just looked at me and told me that I got to live my life. I was like, excuse me, then put me in my place. But I thought about it. She was so right. Like you got to live your life. She didn't care that she's doing all of these things. Yeah, she may be tired. Yeah, she may be this. But she said it so clearly. I got to live my life. And I took that to heart. So I'm trying to follow in the footsteps of Carmella. See?
Yes, yes.
And the thing about doing all this stuff, so you're having fun while you're doing it.
Yeah,
Say we work from 8 to 5. I mean, literally the things that we do, but we enjoy all of it. And that's what we try to tell people. If you're doing it, make sure it's something you enjoy doing it.
that's right.
People you talk about you if you can go to work and not work all these hours to people who you can't stand, coworkers you can't stand, bosses you can't stand, you need to try your own business. And again, whether it's with us or not, you need to do something for you. You need to do this mentoring for you to find out what it is you need to do, what it is inside of you. Because, like you said, there's something inside of everybody that's unique to them. You don't know what it is, and people talk about it, just like we talk about this dancing. It could be as simple as the dancing. You all that has turned into a business, just like you said. We've learned from the best. Carmella Dancing with the Bus is a LLC. It's
That's
a
right.
business.
That's right.
It's a business. So whatever it is, nothing is too big and too small to be able to say, you know what, I enjoy this. I want to turn it into a business. So in order to find that out, you need to be in this mentoring. You need to find out what's inside of you that can come out to make you happy, enjoy what you're doing in life.
And maybe it may be that you're not putting enough into it because like you said, I'm burning counters on both ends. So I'm trying to do the line dancing or the C&D, the buzz of this, a social life. It's so much you're trying to cram into those 24 hours. You got to do it, or you
Yeah,
just gonna be in the same position that you in as far as
that's
working a
true.
job. And when you gonna figure out your niche, your plan B, C, D, L, M, N, O, P.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So
he can help you figure that out with the mentoring and coaching.
absolutely,
He can help you figure it out. And we can help you figure it out with onevoiceworldwide.com.
and you better get it while it's free.
And
I
the
mean,
buzz. Y'all ladies are modest too, but look, if anybody out there, no matter where you are, if you got events that you need hosted, nobody does it better than the ladies of the buzz. I actually had them do an event for me in I think it was Atlanta a few months ago in July. Oh baby, they got it going on. They got the dancing going on. They got the smoke. They got the balloons. They got all of this stuff. The skits. I've seen them do some incredible things. If y'all want to have
Production.
fun, yeah, production, absolutely. If y'all want to have fun at your events, now I'm not telling y'all that they're gonna do a whole production at every event. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying, if you need somebody that's gonna bring some life to your event through being an MC or just through putting together dances or whatever it may be. These ladies have been become masters at levity, bringing joy and levity to your events, making people smile, making people happy, making people dance, young people, old people, doesn't matter. Make sure you reach out to them. Reach out to them. They're very accessible. And again, they're modest. I know that they've walked around places in a city and people recognize and acknowledge who they are. That means they're doing something. So if you got something that you need some hosting, a MC, or just somebody that can just, like I said, bring some fun to your event, get the ladies of the buzz a shout. I'm sure they'll be there for you.
hey, hey,
Yeah.
we got you. We got you. With that
Yeah.
being said, Mr. Orr, we talked about your coaching and your mentoring. Is there anything else that you want to talk about this weekend or about what you're doing with your coaching and your mentoring and all that? I know you dropped on us that a book is coming out soon. We'll be waiting on that because we're going to share it every single week.
Yep, absolutely. Well, yeah, no, that's pretty much. I'm focused in on that right now. And again, everything that we do, it ties in together. Every week these ladies give me these accolades and the kudos about the books and the this and one voice and all of these things. But at the end of the day, we're tying all of this together. We're working everything together. Not only do we have the radio station, we produce and promote podcasts. They talk about one voice and everything else that we're doing. All of this stuff ties in together. But right now, I want people to get prepared. Now, this will be the last thing I say on this because I don't want to seem like I'm self promoting, but this is very important. A lot of things are about to happen or already happening in this country with the economy, with all the things that we talked about, the political unrest. Everybody is tribal. Everybody is in their corner doing their things. But there's a potential that things can get a lot worse before they get better. If certain things fall a certain way, people's health insurance may double or triple, and just things may not be as you want them to be. Now is the time for you to do something about it. You don't want to wait until it's too late. Do something about it right now. And so when we talk about this, I want you guys to go to my website. They talk about it every week, samorum.com, SAMORUM.com, and just register. You'll see events and just register for this Saturday. Let's have a conversation. Let's just talk about it. And, whatever we need to do, whatever I need to do, for you, with you, there may be some people out there, hear me clearly. There may be some people out there right now who they're going through something. This is being put in my spirit to say, and that's why I said I'm going to be quiet, but I can't be quiet on this. There may be some people who out there that may be going through something or have gone through something, and you need to get some stuff off your chest. You need to tell a story. Contact these ladies and see if they have any room on their schedule for you to be a guest on the buzz, to share about your story of triumph over adversity. Share with don't just get, Carol said it earlier, don't just keep it to yourself. Share with the people, some of the challenges that you may have had, whether it been health challenges, whether it may have been relationship challenges, those type things. I'm sure they'll open the doors of the buzz to allow you to come onto this platform and just share openly, how you survived, breast cancer. I think, we've talked a lot about cancer in terms of Cancer Awareness Month and all these other things, right? If you are a survivor, come on the buzz and just share that. Don't keep it to yourself because you're encouraging somebody else. If you've gone through some things or going through some things and you just wanted to just kind of talk about it and just be amongst people who can not judge, but be there to help you, and other people who are already always, writing into the buzz and talking about this and just sharing things, come onto the platform. They'll open their doors. They'll let you know how you can be a part of their particular platform. Yeah, they have fun, but at the end of the day, they're helping people as well. So we're in this thing together. Let's get it. Let's have some fun and do some great things. That's all I got to say. SamOram.com.
Absolutely, absolutely. Kudos, kudos, kudos for that. Yes, absolutely. Now, if y'all think just because we had him on that I'm not going to do my what?
Quote, quote,
Quote,
quote.
quote.
That's right. I'm going to do it, and it's going to be a little different this week because I got to give y'all some of these things. One of them says, well, let me just kind of run through it real quick. Mentorship is about helping people become the best version of themselves. Behind every successful person is a mentor who believes in them first. A true mentor doesn't create followers, they create leaders. Being mentored means someone sees potential in you that you haven't yet recognized. The best mentors are those who listen, guide, and help you find your own path. Now, wait a minute, because with all that being said, then you got to pay it forward. When you learn, you teach. When you get, you give. The influence of a mentor can never be measured by titles or trophies, but by lives changed. The best way to honor your mentor is to become one. Mentorship is a circle. What you receive, you pass on. To be mentored is to mold into more than you imagine you could be. Now, all of this that I just read, Mr. Orm just said all of that.
Mm.
He's been mentored. He's learned from the best. He's studied the best. He's passing on. He's trying to make leaders. He's trying to make you successful. All that good stuff. Y'all know usually every week when I read a quote, read it twice. But guess what? Y'all gonna have to rewind this.
I got an even better idea because I love those quote unquote quotes. That was kind of deep. I think y'all should have that quote unquote quote in just a dedicated page in y'all new upcoming book affirmations. Put that in the book because I like
Well,
that.
yeah.
I want to keep that myself. And but yeah, that was good. That was really good.
Yeah, absolutely. So we figured with you being on, we're talking about your classes and stuff this weekend, being mentored, leadership, all that. And it's ironic that everything you talked about, I just read it in there.
Mm,
It wasn't that I knew what you was going to say. It's just that divine intervention. Hey, it
it
is
is
what it
what it
is.
is. Yep.
It is what it is. So we are thankful. We are grateful that you came on with us this week to talk about the event for this coming up weekend. We are grateful that we got the buzz to know there is a book, number 3, coming out soon.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we learned a lot today, and you all will learn a lot this weekend. Go to Sam Oram, SAMRUM.com, register. But don't you just register. Get your cousin them, your sister them, your mama them, friend them, your gold friends to register because you don't want them to miss this. It's free, y'all. It's as we say, what? Free 99.
Free 99,
That's
It's
right.
free 99. Don't walk. Run to your computer, samoram.com, and register. Because he tells you, he feel like he's self-promoting it. He said, I'm gonna promote it. Loud and proud. All of it. One voice, every bit of it. The radio station, this mentoring, this teaching, all of this coaching, you all. samoram.com. If you missed that, email us because Carmella's about to give you our closing where you have all that good information.
yes, yes. Y'all ready?
We ready.
All
I'm
right
ready.
now. Himself, Mr. Sam Orm. The great mind that created this radio station. So make sure you tune in each and every Monday to hear him as well as us on Wednesdays. You can catch the sound of our voice and deep dive on Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find us on YouTube. That's the Buzz Talk Show with Karen Carmella, so you can see us as well. Subscribe so you can get those notifications, those dings, each and every time a new video is loaded. TikTok.
We don't stop.
Hey, we put like the party over there too with our TikTok family. So find us there, follow. We do follow back. This Facebook, we have a like page. You'll get that great quote that was dropped today. It'll be on the actual page as well as our group. The group is different. Anybody that wants to network, we're big on that. So if you want to network, you want to promote your business, upcoming events, and so forth. That's what that group is structured for. You want to drop that in the group and continue to grow the group. Tell a friend and tell a friend. We want to continue growing that group as well as Instagram. You can find us on that platform. Different things is posted there. But these books, I'm gonna run out of hands in a minute. You gonna have to hold
I
me.
know, right?
We're gonna be
That's
holding up 2, 3 books.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, what is it? 4?
It's gonna be another one after that. So there's
So
gonna
it's
be
gonna be,
3.
yeah.
but ours too.
Oh yeah, then
So,
yeah.
so yeah, it's gonna be a total of what, 4 books? You
Yeah.
gonna have to hold some books.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna
Yeah.
need a bookshelf after a while.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but that's the goal. We continue to grow as we go. So we love it. Any questions, concerns? You want to be on the show? You need that link to register to be on
Event this
the event
weekend.
this weekend. Email us. That's the buzztalk411 at gmail.com. I got stuck for a second.
Yeah, she got stuck.
Yeah.
And we talked about it because we talk every week about our talk show, of course, and his podcast. But if there's somebody out there who also wants to do a podcast, y'all email us. You can get on the radio station.
Yes.
We can send you the information and put you on as well. We got others. It's not just us. We got other podcasts that come on Monday, on Friday. We got some popping off on Sunday. So if you all want to be on the radio station, some people, I've always wanted to do a podcast, never knew what to do or how to do it. Email us. We will get you the information and we can get you on One Voice Radio. live and living colors.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So as he said, he's not gonna toot his horn. We're gonna toot it for him. Toot, 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 toot. So with all that being said, do not forget this weekend, go to samorm.com, register
Yeah.
for the event on Saturday. And we're gonna let Mr. Orm have the last word. Mr. Orm, can you give us some magnificent to get us out of here for today?
I just say, I always tell people that it's time to make a choice in life. And I tell people this all the time. God didn't make winners and losers. He just made choosers. And I think that's important to keep putting it in front of people's mind, because where you are today is just based on your choices. But if you don't like where you are today, understand that God is a forgiving God. And all you got to do in order to change your life is to change your choices. So choose to win. That's all I got to say.
All
Other
right.
than, see.
Looks good to me.
Shout out to our friends in Mexico.
And she does it every single week, y'all. Every single week, every single week.
That's
But
where I got
anyway,
it from. I hear, I hear every
I
single
know,
week.
right? She teach you some of everything. I don't know about all that, but anywho, with that being said, you all, we appreciate you once again hanging out with us because we was privileged, had a special guest on today. But with that being said, until next time, we out.